friends to the CNPS graduation ceremony. We are excited to celebrate the class of 2021. Please stand for the playing of O Canada.
We acknowledge that we are on land and surrounded by water, originally inhabited by indigenous peoples who have traveled this area since time immemorial. This territory is within lands honored by the Wampum Treaties, agreements between the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape, and allied nations to peacefully share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Specifically, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the Three Fires Confederacy, Ojibwe, Odawa, Potawatomi, and Huron-Wendat peoples. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture while remaining committed to moving forward respectfully with all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. Graduates, families, friends, and staff. As a teacher, principal, superintendent, and as director of education, I have many times stood before a graduating class and confidently spoken of what they could expect in the next stage of their lives. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that this year. After what we have been through this past 2 years, no one can say what will happen, what new challenge will emerge, and what our response will have to be. Our recent experiences have taught us to expect anything. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst is a centuries-old idiom that encourages us to practice optimism, but to have options should things take an awkward turn. We have made the very best of a very bad situation. Finishing this part of your education under these circumstances is a great achievement. It does not compensate you completely for the things you've missed, your friends, your teams, and your extracurricular activities, but we must view this with a positive frame of mind. You have adapted, adjusted, and accommodated to get the job done. We have learned to do things in many new and different ways. Those are assets that will not be lost or forgotten. I encourage you to maintain this momentum in high school. Question things that may seem normal to many. Think critically, be innovative, and appreciate those things that are good in your life. You never know when something will happen or what the next emergency will be. It is now more than ever an uncertain world. What I can assure you of, though, is the need to keep learning, to persevere, and to be optimistic. You can do anything. Of that, I am certain. Congratulations and good luck in high school.
And now Mrs. Petta is going to welcome us with some words.
Graduation is such a special day for the students. I so wish we had been able to have this as we have in the past, with students dressed up and walking across the stage to receive their awards in front of their families. That was not what this year held for us, so I hope you enjoy the time Mr. Clausen put into this evening to make it as special as possible, considering the circumstances. All the graduates are to be recognized for their tenacity over the past 2 years. They have shown that they are leaders by their continued focus on school, whether that be online or in person. And I am truly proud of what they have accomplished. I have enjoyed getting to know the grade 8s this year, and I would like to thank them for the contributions that they have made to Colchester North Public School. Colchester North is truly a community school where the staff together have made the graduates what they are today. Each and every staff member has assisted in their academic, social, athletic, and artistic growth. Colchester North is unique since many of the staff have been here for a long time, and many of the students have been here since kindergarten. It is truly a celebration for all the staff. They are to be commended on all their efforts in making the graduates the fine young citizens they are. I would also like to thank the parents for all their support through the years. Without your continued support, we could not achieve our goals for the students. A special occasion like grade 8 graduation takes the effort of many to make it successful. This graduation is the fruition of 10 years of collaboration between home and school, and it most certainly should be celebrated. A very special thank you goes to Mr. Clausen for his patience and guidance throughout this most unusual year. I would also like to recognize Ms. Calamita for support with the French program for our graduates, and Mrs. Ross for all she has done to help set up for this evening. What I can say is this is one of the many milestones that lay ahead for these graduates. The foundation has been prepared by your teachers. It is now your turn to build your dreams upon it. As we begin the evening of celebration, I would like to share some thoughts with the graduates. If there were ever a time to dare, to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause necessarily, but for something that tugs at your ear. Something that is worth your aspiration, something that is your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days count. Have fun, dig deep, stretch, dream big. Know, though, that things worth doing seldom come easy. There will be times when you want to turn around, pack it up, and call it quits. Those times tell yourself that you are pushing yourself and that you are not afraid to learn by trying. Persist. Because with an idea, determination, and the right tools, you can do great things. Let your instincts, your intellect, and let your heart guide you. Trust. Believe in the incredible power of the human mind, of doing something that makes a difference, of working hard, of laughing and hoping, of lasting friends, of all the things that will cross your path. Next year, the start of something new, and it brings the hope of something great. Anything is possible. There is only one you, and you will pass this way but once. Do it right. I wish the graduates all the best as they head to high school. I hope you look fondly back on all your memories from elementary school. I know that you will make us proud. We are going to now continue on with the presentation of the diplomas and the subject awards.
Sorry. All right, go ahead, Ms. Mehta. Thank you.
No problem. Colchester North, class of 2021 graduates. Carson Bildfeld. Carson is also receiving subject awards in English, science, and the arts. Ethan Closa. Caitlin Gerard. Noah Godin. Evan Keith. Aiden King. Addison King. Addison is also receiving the Social Sciences Subject Award. Congratulations. Addison LaFleur. Zoe Leon. Shane McFarland. Matthew James Min. Colin Regier. Sydney Seaborn. Brooke Jamie Sui. And Carter Strong. Carter is also receiving subject awards in mathematics and French. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Petta. All right, now we are going to move on to our character and academic awards. Our first award is the Citizenship Award presented by Ms. Delato.
Hi, Colts. I am here to present the Citizenship Award. The Citizenship Award is given annually to a student that demonstrates a caring attitude around the school. And when I asked his teachers to say a few words about him, they were very quick to say respectful, friendly, and kind. One comment stood out above the others, though. He was always considerate towards his classmates and his teachers. To be a good citizen, you have to be friendly and open to all. So it's a wonderful quality to hear. This year's winner definitely can always be counted on. His positive attitude is evident in every day. Please join me in congratulating Shane McFarlane.
Congratulations, Shane. Our next award is the Staff Award. This year's recipient was a virtual student, but she made an impact during her time at Colchester North and could always be counted on to help staff. Whether it was monitoring a class or helping with a group or club, she consistently could be counted on to contribute around the school. Congratulations, Katie Stanchu. The next award is the Most Improved Student, presented by Mrs. Deslip.
This year's recipient of the Most Improved Student Award was achieving at a very high level since the beginning of the year, consistently producing level 4 work. In the second half of the year, her marks vaulted from 80s to 90s in many areas of the curriculum. Her perseverance, hard work, and dedication helped her to achieve this honor. Congratulations, Madison LeClaire.
Congratulations, Madison. Next, we have Justine Soulier, Most Deserving Award, presented by Mrs. Fox.
I'm absolutely honored to have been asked to present the Justine Soulier Most Deserving Award tonight. Justine was a student of CMPS who was taken from us way too soon. She was one of those people who lit up a room when she entered it. She was a quiet, unsung hero at her school. She helped anywhere that was needed, participated in sports, and worked hard on her academics. This year's recipient is one very much like Justine. I've had the pleasure of teaching her, working with her on the eco team, and working with her in the play. She is positive, optimistic, and just has an energy around her that makes things better. She loves to help when needed. She played on all the sports teams. She sang in the glee club, starred in the plays, and worked so hard on her academics. This year's Justine Soulier Most Deserving Award goes to the most deserving Addison King.
Congratulations, Addison. Our next award is the Dorothy Fick Award, and that will be presented by Miss Calmeda.
So the Dorothy Fick Award is given annually to
I think we lost Mrs. Calmeda. All right. So I will present the Dorothy Fick Award on behalf of Miss Calmeda, I believe. Oh, wait, I think she returned. Let me try to get Miss Calmeda back. All right, sorry, Miss Calmeda, I'm not sure what happened there. Can you try?
Sorry, it could be my internet. I'll restart. So the Dorothy Fick Award is given annually to someone who demonstrates a willingness to help staff and students around the school. This year's recipient always looks to contribute in a variety of ways. I have seen him help other classmates many times in French class. Teachers and fellow classmates can count on him for help whenever it is needed. Congratulations to Carter Strong.
Thank you, Ms. Calmita. Sorry, it starts over, I guess, when you return. So let me just catch up to where we are. All right, so Ms. Calmita, and congratulations to Carter Strong. Next, we have the Council for Exceptional Children Award, and that is going to be presented by Mrs. Ross.
The Council for Exceptional Children's Award goes to an individual who has been identified with an exceptionality. This year's recipient is receiving this award as an individual who has shown perseverance, is beginning to take risks, and understands the need to advocate for herself. I am honored to present Zoe Leon, the CEC Award.
Congratulations to Zoe Leon, the CEC Award. I think rather than switch to the teams and seeing Mrs. Sweetman, I will just ask Mrs. Sweetman to turn on her mic and she can present, and we will stay on this screen right here. So Ms. Sweetman is presenting the Red Raider Award.
Thank you, Mr. Clausen. Congratulations to all the graduates tonight, and I wish you all the best of luck in high school and all of your future endeavors. I'm pleased to present the Red Raider Award tonight. I'm very happy to present this award as the fact that I am also a graduate of Essex High. So the Red Raider Award is given to a future EDHS student that excels in all aspects of school: academics, athletics, community involvement, and a person who will likely continue to demonstrate these attributes in high school. This year's Red Raider recipient excelled in academics and extracurricular throughout her time at Colchester North. She demonstrated leadership skills and sought opportunities to make positive contributions to the school community. We are confident as a staff at Colchester that she will continue to excel in all of these areas next year at Essex District High School. I wish congratulations on behalf of the staff of Colchester to Caitlin Gerard. Congratulations.
Well done, Caitlin. Our next award is the Principal's Leadership Award, presented by Mrs. Petta.
Each year, hold on. Okay, here we go. Each year I have the opportunity to recognize a student for the Ontario Principals Council Award. This award is presented to a student that exemplifies true leadership, not only in academics, but throughout school life. The student that is recognized this year is what I consider to be the all-around student. Someone that participates in school events, does well at school, contributes to school life, demonstrates a great attitude every day when coming to school, is willing to help wherever needed, and acts as a role model in their classroom and throughout the school. This student demonstrates unwavering school spirit, empathy, maturity, and above all, the ability to bring out, the best in those around them. Additionally, this student strives to go beyond the school walls with their contributions by giving back to the community in a variety of philanthropic endeavors. I know that this graduate would have given so much more these past 2 years if there were different circumstances. What I can say with certainty is we are expecting great things from this student in high school, and I know he will not disappoint us. I am most proud to announce that Carson Bildfell is the recipient of the Principal's Award for Colchester North.
Congratulations, Carson. Our next award is the Colchester C, and unfortunately, due to limited opportunities to get involved in extracurriculars in grades 7 and 8, the Colchester C will be based on participation in extracurricular activities from grades 5 to 7. This year, we have 4 recipients. Please join me in congratulating Caitlin Gerard, Evan Heath, Addison King, and Shane McFarlane. Moving on to academic excellence. To achieve academic honors, students must obtain an 80% average in all academic subjects assessed throughout the year. This is a challenging feat that requires hard work, dedication, and consistent academic excellence. This year, 8 individuals accomplished this feat at Colchester North. Please join me in congratulating Carson Bildfell, Caitlin Gerard, Addison King, Aiden King, Shane McFarlane. I think, unfortunately, 2 names got cut off, but also receiving the award, Sydney Seaborn and Carter Strong. So I apologize that they got cut off of that slide. So congratulations to those 8 individuals. The final academic award of the evening is the Academic Proficiency Award. The Outstanding Academic Achievement Award is an award given each year to a student that obtains the highest overall average in all academic subjects assessed throughout the year. The class of 2021 had very many worthy candidates vying for this award. In the end, 1 student emerged as the recipient. His work ethic, combined with a natural ability to learn and grasp new concepts, is impressive. This student was dedicated to consistently put forth his best effort on each and every assignment. I am confident that he will continue to excel next year and beyond, and I look forward to hearing about the future successes of Carson Bildfell. Congratulations, Carson. So the recipients of these awards will be receiving a plaque or a medal on behalf of Colchester North that they will be picking up with their diploma and other items, hopefully tonight after our ceremony. So once again, I want to congratulate all our character and academic awards winners for your hard work this year, and know that we are very proud of you. All right, our next item on the agenda is the valedictorian address. So I will begin that in just one moment.
Good evening, families, staff, friends, and fellow graduates. My name is Addison King, and I am honored to introduce this year's valedictorian. This person would like to spare a few minutes of your day to reminisce about all the good times this class has had together. Her speech is truly epic, so please welcome Caitlin Gerard. 3,522 days. That's all the time it takes to become so attached to one place. In our case, that place is Colchester North. In these years, we met our lifelong friends, studied hard for every test, and came out to be 14 amazing graduates. We are gathered here today to cherish these past 10 years one more time before we receive our diploma and move on to high school. My classmates and I would like to thank all the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, staff, and support staff for being here today and helping us celebrate this accomplishment. I would like to start off by thanking every teacher that taught, coached, or guided us throughout our years. We appreciate all the time and effort you put into teaching us every day to ensure that in the end we were intelligent, good students, ready to take on new challenges. We will never forget you because you each taught us different yet valuable lessons. Mrs. Allen and Miss Ducharme taught us how to come together in kindergarten using a quilt. At the beginning of the year, we were all individual patches on it, but by the end, we were best friends, like the stitches holding the quilt together. In grade 1, Mrs. Jones taught us the importance of washing our hands and staying germ-free, which we would have never predicted would help us so much in our current situation. Mrs. Sweetman taught us how to step out of our comfort zones, especially when we were all afraid to try her love punch because we thought we'd fall in love with the first person we saw after drinking it. Mr. Jones taught us to never give up. We learned many different math strategies for concepts as simple as adding and subtracting. When we got a question wrong, he would teach us a new strategy and tell us to try again. In grade 4, Miss Dobson taught us the importance of memorization by showing us little tricks like the memory peg, which we now use to memorize anything we want in a short amount of time. Grade 5 taught us how to adapt to change, especially since we had 3 different teachers in 1 year, when we went from Mr. Sims to Mr. Carter and finally to Miss Elford. We had no choice but to accept change, which will be helpful considering all the change coming to us next September. Mrs. Gerard taught us the importance of being kind. She taught us that if we look different like Augie in the book Wonder, or we are special like my Aunt Patsy, whom we FaceTime during Rock Your Socks for Down syndrome, we are also the same and deserve to be treated the same as well. And then we entered Clausenville. Mr. Clausen, you have taught us so many different things, but most of all, we will remember your little sayings. We will say a serenity now whenever we are feeling stressed, and we will listen to our hearts whenever we aren't sure about something in the future. Mr. Clausen, you have prepared us very well for high school, and for that we thank you. It is very difficult to say goodbye tonight to you and all the other teachers who have paved our way to success here at CNPS. Along with the staff, we would also like to thank all of our coaches we had throughout the years. Thank you to Mr. Clausen, Mrs. Gerard, Mrs. Delato, Mrs. Ross, Mrs. Deslett, Mrs. St. Ange, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Sweetman, Mrs. Fox, Mrs. Finn, Miss Dobson, Mrs. Ducharme, Mr. Carter, and Mr. O for coaching our teams and helping us bring home so many pennants and wins. But even more important, thank you for being there for us and taking your time to train us not only physically but also mentally. Our class would also like to thank all of the staff that we didn't have a chance to learn from, and the support staff too. A special thanks to the custodians and Mrs. Jovanovski for making sure the school always ran smoothly. And finally, we can't forget Mrs. Petta, who is always so engaged in our math lessons and who kept the school up and running perfectly throughout our 6 years with her. Now, before we get all sad, let's take a little walk down memory lane. I'm sure we'll never forget the school Christmas concerts, when the audience guest was as good as ours at what we were playing. Our teachers taught us well, even though we were total rookies. We all remember the never-ending dodgeball games in physical education class and the crazy lunch break conversations we always had. Most of us are looking back on the times when we would do anything to get out of school and regretting it now that it's our last day here. Even on the days we did the beep test or came to school on a day that could pass for a snow day, although we never admit it, we still enjoyed being at school. That's something our class has learned not to take for granted. These past 2 years, we have not consistently been in school. Most of the time, we're at home learning in our pajamas from a laptop or an iPad for 6 hours a day. We never got the pleasure of beating the teachers in every sport or leaving our parents to go to Niagara Falls. We didn't have a real graduation or a chance to play on the school sports teams one last time. We did not get to be the leaders of the Colchester DPA Olympics or help the kindergartens pick out gifts for their family at the school shopping spree. We never got our last concert, track meet, nor the chance at getting the lead roles in the school play. Instead, we got scattered desks, assigned recess areas, and no freedom of being able to go to school unless we wore a mask and sanitized our hands at every corner of the school. But the staff made sure to find other ways we could still have somewhat of a normal year. We got a virtual graduation, and we were lucky enough to be in school for 6 out of the 10 months. Mr. Clausen would take us outside for fun physical education classes in the field, and he would do anything he could to make our last year at Colchester normal. I think our whole class has learned that we should appreciate the little things in life. We know not to take things for granted because things may not go always as we planned. But on behalf of my class, I think we can all agree that our grade 8 year was still a blast, thanks to Mr. Clausen along with all of the other staff members in the school. Now is the time of my speech when we're reflecting across the past 3,522 days and thinking, wow, it's actually over. But we must agree not to be sad. This is our day when we put on our dresses and suits and celebrate. So for the rest of the night, that is what we'll do. And just remember, this isn't the end of Colchester seeing the class of 2021. We will be back for visits and stop by to enter each classroom, reminiscing all the memories they hold. It is now that if we were graduating in person, I would ask you to stand and clap for us so we could see that you are proud that we made it. 10 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to tell you why 2021 was so special. But by now, we understand that it's the year we say goodbye to our home, CNPS. We thank you for being here with us tonight, and we know you wish us well as we throw up our caps and move on. Thank you again to all the staff and students for a great 10 years at Colchester. We will carry a part of this school with us as we always remember, once a cold, always a cold. On behalf of Colchester's 2021 graduating class, I would like to thank Caitlin for sharing her superb speech and for sharing all those wonderful memories we had together.
Great job, Caitlin. And now it is time to go down memory lane and watch the Memories video.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, time's forever frozen. Still you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul. And it's the only thing that I know. I swear it will get easier. Remember that with every piece of you. And it's the only thing with us when we die. Keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closed, hearts are never broken, time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer to your eyes. Made you won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me down, never let you go. Wait for me to come home. 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 You can feel me somewhere because you got me in 16. Next to your heartbeat where I should be. Keep it deep within your soul. Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is all white. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her up. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. On these walls are the colors that I can't change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now, see us in the light upon the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. And I'll be gone tonight. Fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you. about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. Been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Tonight, we say farewell to a number of Colchester North families as the youngest or only member of the family graduates. Many of these families have been part of Colchester North for years and possibly decades. We are sad to see you leave and wish you the best. Each departing family will receive a Colchester North pin as a token of our gratitude and a reminder that you will always be part of the Colchester North family. This year, we say goodbye to the Billfelds, the Gerards, the Kings, the Lafleurs, the Seaborns, the Shepleys, the Souliers, the Stanchews, and the Strongs. Tonight, I want to thank a few people that helped make this virtual graduation a possibility. So bear with me while I thank a few people. First of all, to Mrs. Petta for all her hard work and dedication throughout the year. This year presented many unique challenges to keep her on her toes. Thanks for allowing me the opportunity to teach these wonderful children in their graduating year. As many of you are aware, Mrs. Petta has decided to graduate with the class of 2021. Next year, she begins her journey as a retiree. We wish her the best as she retires after many, many years as an educator. Thanks for all your years of hard work at Colchester North, and we sincerely appreciate your dedication. You may have been part of many other schools throughout your career, but know you will always be a Colt. I want to thank Mrs. Jovanovski for the many things that you do to make the school run and your help with graduation. She pays the bills and she makes the diplomas, and we thank her for everything that she does. Mrs. Ross, whether she wants to or not, she is always the leader of the graduation decorating committee. So I want to thank her for her help in setting up today and her willingness to help out whenever is needed. I want to thank the many other staff that helped with preparations and presenting awards. I know the graduates value your attendance tonight. Many of them will be with us tonight for a drive-by portion of our ceremony. And it's very great to have such a supportive staff. I want to take the time to thank school council for your continued financial support to help fund graduation each year. Of course, to the parents of the graduates for doing such an amazing job of raising such fine young men and women. And last but not least, to the graduates of 2021. September seems like a long time ago when you nervously stepped into Clawsonville, most of you for the first time. This year was filled with uncertainty and change, and throughout every step of the way, I am proud of how you handled these transitions. Adjusting to COVID protocols and pivoting to online learning, you guys made the best of a unique year. I wish you the best as you move on to high school next year. You are certainly well on your way to becoming a productive member of society. Your future is bright the future is bright for the Colchester North class of 2021. I hope you set your goals high and stop at nothing to achieve them. Congratulations. Whether you realize it or not, you made history. No other CNPS graduating class can say they survived Clawsonville in the midst of a global pandemic. Now go use those lessons you learned and take on the world. I want to thank all the family members who joined us tonight. If you have family members who missed the ceremony, it is being recorded and will be uploaded as soon as possible to the Colchester North YouTube channel. along with the memories video as well. I will post that as a separate file, hopefully by tomorrow. So again, I want to thank everyone for their attendance tonight. I know the graduates appreciate it. I look forward to seeing many of them tonight as they come at their design times to pick up their diplomas and awards and other items that we have here at the school. So I wish you the best tonight in whatever you are doing to make this evening special. I hope you remember it, and it's a special evening. And thank you once again for joining us this evening.